Circus-style entertainment popped into Valley Ranch Library as stunt juggler Matt Tardy put on a jaw-dropping performance.
I look at juggling as basically my way of conveying my art form. So I love to perform. I love to be on stage and engage my audience. Juggling just happens to be the vehicle in which I use to do that. So to me, it's a very artistic experience and a form of self-expression and also entertainment. And juggling just happened to be the thing that I was excited about at one point in my life, and now has become the talent which drives the show.
Matt's passion for juggling was sparked in his hometown in Maine at age 13.
A lot of people don't realize, but there's a huge hotbed of performing artists in the Northeast. A lot of Cirque du Soleil performers go out there and take workshops and work on things. So I actually grew up in a town where I literally studied with like Cirque du Soleil artists and gold medal jugglers and just like Broadway comedians and all these people. So they were just like right at my doorstep. And once I got excited about juggling, I was hungry for it, and I sought out teachers everywhere I could get them.
Though he practices and prepares each act, there is an unpredictable factor in the show.
My favorite part of the show is when I challenge the audience to give me 3 random objects to juggle. They come from the audience, I don't know what they're going to be, and I've juggled some really bizarre things. And again, I love to challenge myself, and my show is generally, it's the same stuff that I've rehearsed for a long time, but every show, that part is always different.
Snap, shoe, keys, snap, shoe, keys, snap, shoe.
But the show doesn't just feature juggling. Matt Tardy is also a contortionist, a skill he actually gained through a genetic disorder.
You can train to be a contortionist. You have to start really young and be very committed to it. A lot of contortionists actually are born with some sort of genetic, like connective tissue disorder. And that's kind of how it was with me. I didn't really have to work at a lot of the stuff I do. It came naturally to me. Now that I'm older, 24 years later, I've had to really assess like what's good for my body, what's not good for my body, and I also have to keep up with things like yoga and stretching and all these really important things so I'm not damaging my body.
And when it comes to learning how to juggle, Matt says it's all about the time you put into it.
Juggling's like playing the piano. Like I can show you a piano, I can show you all the keys, I can tell you what notes they are, but if you don't sit down at that piano and practice over and over and over again, you're just not going to be good at it. So there's no trick to juggling. It just takes a lot of practice.
Connecting with the audience is a valuable part of these smaller community shows, but Matt hopes his performance inspires these children to try new and difficult things.
One of the things that I talk about briefly in my show is that in order to juggle, it needs to be a challenge. So by its very nature, there needs to be a chance of failure. And so I try to let the kids in on that idea of like, when you want to do something really great and really exciting, there also has to be a huge chance of not getting it right the first time. So I love to challenge myself. It's really exciting, and I hope that I inspire the kids to also challenge themselves.
An exciting show with lots of twists and tricks. For About Town, this is Susan Kamyab.